my lovely viewers. It's another exciting episode of Chai with Hidaya. Today's topic is all about sickle cells awareness. Yes, we are going to talk about sickle cells. We are going to talk about everything related to sickle cells and more. And in the house today, I have this amazing guests that I'll allow you to introduce yourself later. Yes. Welcome to Chai with Hidaya. I am Hidaya Abubakar, your favorite host. Welcome, sweethearts.
Thank you.
I must say you guys are looking ravishingly beautiful.
Thank you.
Let me allow you to introduce yourself, starting from you, my beautiful lady.
So my name is Hidaya Abubakar. I'm CEO of Shamfis J Company Limited. That is under which we have Ghana Models Fashion Week. So we are the organizers for Ghana Models Fashion Week, and also I'm an advocate for sickle cell. I am one myself, and I'm advocating for that.
Wow, that's nice.
Wow. And I also work in one of the government institutions in Ghana. Name with help.
Wow, I understand. You're a big woman. Wow, that's nice. Welcome once again.
Thank you.
My beautiful lady, my pretty lady. You are very. I just love your skin, and I mean you're so pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah. Your name. Introduce yourself to my viewers.
Okay, my name is Gertrude Ewuku. I'm a nurse at Lekma Hospital, a sickle cell patient myself. And I'm also with letscreateorg.com. It's a foundation that we keep interacting with people living with sickle cell. I am one of their major volunteers as a nurse. And then we go to other countries like Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana here to give medications and support people living with sickle cell. I have other groups or other foundations too I join.
Interesting. Yeah. Wow. I'm so impressed. And very lucky to have you in the house today.
You can call me Peppleness.
I like that. Peppleness. That's what I'm going to call you on today's show. Yes. So before we dive into today's topic, let me quickly acknowledge my sponsors. Yes. My beautiful makeup by Inner Beauty. My guest makeup by Mubates Beauty. Styling, Posh by Dija. Studio and equipment, MCB Rentals. Makeup products, we have El Princey Makeup Artistry. Hello once again, my beautiful Hajia Diza and my Peppleness, of course. You're going to be my officialness, but we'll talk about that, you know.
No problem. I'm here for you.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, today's topic has to do with sickle cells. Sickle cells, it's something that I believe we don't talk about it enough, or we don't advocate about it enough. I mean, we do that. I see the advocates and all, but I feel people don't take it serious as it should be taken. And I believe people are losing lives. People are bringing, you know, because of, I mean, lack of education. So I believe education is very key. Where people, I mean, I'm pretty sure there are people who, I mean, this is their very first time hearing something called sickle cells. That is why we won't stop advocating about it. We won't stop talking about it, because I believe there are people who still need that education. So that is why we are here today. So sickle cells, when we say sickle cells, what is sickle cells? My Peppleness.
Thank you for the opportunity. So when we talk about sickle cell is a group of inherited blood disorder that it can only be given to you, or you can acquire it through your parents. When both parents have the sickle cell gene.
Okay.
Yes. So we have the normal red blood cell, but people living with sickle cell, theirs is like a crescent shape or a moon, half moon shape. You see at night how the moon is halfway, like that's how the sickle cell red blood cell is, and is responsible for carrying oxygen to all the parts of the body. It also contains protein. So you can imagine when this red blood cell is having an issue.
Wow, that's very powerful. Haji Adiza, do you agree with her?
Yeah, I agree with her. I agree with her. I mean, it has something to do with your blood. It's genetic.
It's genetic.
You inherit it from both parents.
Okay.
So assuming you have your mother is AS, your father is AS, you are definitely going to have one child who is either a carrier, who has the trait, or has sickle cell itself.
ASS, I don't even know which one is AS, AA, and then can you go a little bit, because some of us this is our very first time hearing AAAS.
Yeah. Okay. So I think this has to do with the genotype. Okay. So there's a difference between your genotype and your blood group.
Yeah.
And I think most people mistaking blood group with genotype.
Oh, really?
When you ask what's your blood group, what's your genotype, the person will say I'm O positive. And when you hear O positive, this means you are strong.
This is my first time hearing this.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me come in. Just as she said, the AS and the AC, the SS, the SC, they are all types of genotype. As human beings, we are made up of genes. So you take some of your parents, you take your parents' genes, your mother, and then your father. So for me, instance, my dad is AS. His genotype is AS.
Okay. And
my mother's genotype is AC. So in this way, you have your parents having AS and AC. So for the child that you are bringing into the world has to carry one of its genes. So I carry one from my dad, I carry one from my mom. So unfortunately for me, I took the S gene from my father, and then I took the C gene from my mother. So I had SC. My elder brother doesn't have the sickle cell. My younger brother doesn't have the sickle cell. I am the only one who has the sickle cell.
Are you the first?
I'm the second born.
Oh.
Yes, there are times that when you have these genotypes, there's a 25% chances of you getting the SC disease. Yes, sometimes there are some people who can give birth like 3. They all be carriers. The carrier is the AS and then the AC. Yes. So when you have that, you are not having the sickle cell itself. You are just a carrier. So you have to also make sure that you don't get a partner who also have the same things. Otherwise, your children will have the sickle cell disease.
Wow.
And I think I share in the same thing with her with regards to the parents. My dad is AS and my mom is also AS. So I am the last born and the only sickle cell alive. Yeah, and they have 6 children. So you can imagine, first born sickle cell, second born sickle cell, third born AS, fourth born ASS, and then fifth born AA. No, the last born is okay. I'm the last born, so SS. And then, but the one after, last but the fifth born, he is AA. The only person who doesn't have any trait of the.
Is it like a miracle or what?
Miracle do exist. It's by chance.
Because.
And unfortunately, I lost 3 of my all of them.
Sorry about that.
I lost them,
So
and then I'm the surviving one, and the last one and the only girl. The first one was a girl. She was a girl to my other sister. So like it's like my parents, they are, in the olden days. I don't blame them, because in the olden days, we don't know much about this. There is no education on this. They don't know, and in my community, in our community. I mean, the Fulanis marry your cousin, marry your
family arrangements, and
exactly. So they don't even check any of that, and so you end up marrying someone who is also AS without you knowing that the person is also AS. Because if my parents had known that this is what is going to happen in case they marry, I don't think they would do that, because they themselves know the kind of troubles and trauma and whatever that they've been going through. Because losing 3 children and then you having to struggle with her till now, I mean, it's not an easy thing.
Yeah.
And so when we tell people that you have to check it, you must. It's like, I don't even have to tell you, you have to. You must. It's like a must. When you are getting married, it's a must. Like, check it.
Do I have to wait till I'm getting married before I check?
No.
You have to even know before. So that anyone that comes your way, you know that, okay, fine.
First thing you check before we even catch feelings.
Exactly.
Yeah, for me, I tell any guy that walks up to me and then you tell me you love me, the first thing I ask, what's your genotype?
Before we continue.
And people don't even know. They said, oh, I'm just as you shared earlier on, I'm O positive. I said, dude,
you don't even know
this is not blood group. I'm
okay.
asking genotype. What is it? I don't know. Then I'm like, okay, go to the hospital.
Go and get it
checked. And then after that, you come. Then I ask you, are you sure? There was one that told me, oh, I'm AA. I know I'm universal. I'm like, I know, but are you ready to be with someone with sickle cell? Because it has to do with money. And like, hey, Ghana for mamu pesikao. I'm like, no, for me, if you want to be with me, I'm not money person.
I
but
mean,
it's
a must. It's not your fault. It's just what it is.
I think that is where I ask every lady to do something for herself, especially when you have sickle cell. Don't depend on somebody because you think because of a condition. So you have to. My dad had to take care of me like throughout. Not even, I don't know, maybe somebody might have helped him along the way or something like that. But I think, fortunately for me,
you were lucky to have a father figure who was supportive. What if you don't have?
That's it. And the thing is like, you're always sick. So even the strength to get to even go and work is also another problem. And so the little, strength you gather, you have to do something for yourself. I mean, we are in the this thing era where we have the social media, we have phones and all that. You can do something. Do something first. So don't wait for somebody to come and say, okay, my husband has to get money because of that. So no, I don't think that is really a good thing.
But in case you can be working,
yeah, you need a supportive husband. Yes.
So what if you are working and you have a husband who feels like, okay, I'm working. Okay, you are working. So because you are working, I don't have to support you. Do you think your work alone will be enough?
No, your work alone will not be enough.
But to support in a way.
Yes, it will support in a way. Because aside the financial aspects of it, there is also emotional aspects of it. For me, if my husband is there for me emotionally, as at now, and financially I can take care of myself, I don't think it's a problem. Because even the emotional, the emotions
that comes, the pain.
That would even, the way you even treat you and make you happy would even let you, do more. Want to explore,
and then gather that strength.
Exactly. You get it?
Yeah, we need those emotional support.
Yeah.
You can have a rich husband, but he's not there.
He's not a giver.
He's not available when you need him.
Yeah.
And in sickle cell, you need love, you need support from the people around you. Because I know we'll get to that, we'll get there, but some of the things that make us have or go into pain is also psychological. You need someone emotionally, because emotionally you break down. And if you are emotionally down, physically you'll be down. I know we'll get there. When we get there, we'll talk about it.
And I think I wrote in my book, I have a book that I wrote about my story.
Let me see the book. Okay, I've seen this book a lot of time. Wow, striving to success with sickle cells. My cameraman, please zoom into this book. This is so inspiring. Wow. And what's the book about?
So the book is solely about myself.
Okay.
As a sickle cell, what I have been through myself. And so encouraging other sickle cell, patients to get the book, read and know. You shouldn't give up. The fact that you have a sickle cell, doesn't mean you should give up because you're having a condition. It's just a condition.
Right.
It shouldn't define you.
Right.
And so you should go out there, and that's the spirit. You should go out there, do something. The fact, you having a sickle cell doesn't mean you should just be in your bed and be sleeping and thinking that
That is it. Okay.
So I think and then I think at a point and in the book I wrote about how my mom has to stop working to take care of us, because my dad was like, no, stop working and take care of us. So I think if maybe he's not financial enough, he wouldn't have actually asked her to. But she wants to work. No, she has to stay home. Our feeding. And then what we take in, that's the most important.
Exactly.
So we hardly buy food outside, but to eat home, because she knows how to go about it. The oil to put in.
What to eat, what not to eat.
Exactly.
Trigger
so she
it
takes
and all.
care of that, and then he also do the other part. And I think it's good when you have both parents trying to help. But here's the case that maybe you have divorce, you have this, you have that. So you don't even have the parent. And if you don't have the parent and you have a husband, he should be able to be there for you, like she also mentioned. And not even if you don't have a husband, you should know where to mingle.
Where the first to,
so that they can encourage you and give you that spirit that you need.
Right. This is so educative. I'm enjoying it so far. But before we continue, let me quickly acknowledge my proud sponsors. My makeup by Inner Beauty. If you want to look this glamorous, please contact Inner Beauty. My guest makeup by Mobe's Beauty. Studio rentals, our equipment and everything is by MCB Rentals. Products, makeup product is by El Quincy Makeup Artistry. Styling, Posh by Dija. And my skin by Skin Mechanic Ghana. Okay, so wow, we've not gotten anywhere, but I'm so caught in between emotions, and I'm learning a lot, honestly speaking, and I'm pretty sure our viewers are also learning from what you've said so far. Sickle cells, you made mention of genotype, and then sometimes it's confusing. So can you distinguish between this A, S, A, O, A, Z, and the genotype, and is it sickling, or I don't know how, but can you differentiate between the two? Where you said, some people go and check your, what are you going to check?
Okay, you before you check for your genotype to know if you are sickling, there is a test that you can do. That one is a diagnosed one.
So the genotype is the AAAS.
Yes.
So that's the genotype.
Yes.
And then the blood groups are the
O positive, B positive, B negative.
So you can actually, most people mistaken this. When you hear O positive, as for me, I'm wrong. My blood is good.
So can you be AS and then O positive?
Exactly.
Yes, it's different. The AS, AA, SC is, I would say, it is the one that forms you as a person, as you are sitting down. Your genes, they are the AA, the AS, and then the SC.
So what are the types of sickle cells then?
So the types of sickle cell, we have SS, we have SC, we have SB thalassemia, and then some parts in Nigeria, I read they have even SF. Those are types that in Ghana here, the most common ones are the SS and then the SC. But the O positive, the B positive, they are just blood groups. That makes you compatible in case you have an accident, you are going to give birth, they need blood transfusion. You have to be compatible to the other blood group. Yes.
So how do we diagnose this? How can I diagnose? Okay, yes, now I'm getting lots of education from you. Where do I go from here to find out if I am? How to even check my blood group? Where do I go to check my blood group? And then how do I start?
I think you have to go to the lab and have the lab.
Any
laboratory.
Yeah, any laboratory.
And what do I say when I go there?
Yeah, so you want to check your genotype.
Okay.
You want to be specific.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes some of them, when you tell them, I want to check, maybe you tell them the reason. Sometimes, like to say, okay, I'm getting married, so I want to know my blood or something like that. But to be specific, you can say, I'm checking my genotype. So that's the name, so that the person will know that this is what you actually like want to check for. Exactly. Because sometimes when you tell them you want to check your blood, they'll just do the blood group without
and then that is it.
One.
Okay.
Exactly.
So you have to make sure you check the two.
Yeah.
And the most important one is the genotype.
Right.
Okay, so when you go to the hospital, there are times that, as she said, you are going to get married. These days, the churches and other religious groups, they have a form that you have to go and fill when you're going to get married. But aside that, as a person, you should know your genotype so that you make the right choice. So you go to the hospital. There are some clinics, we have mini labs. So when you go there too, you can go to a private hospital, a government hospital. And the main name, in fact, the technical name for checking your genotype is HB electrophoresis.
Wow.
Yes, HB electrophoresis. So you go to the hospital and you tell them. Sometimes you can't tell them, but in a layman's voice, you can just say that you want to check your genotype. But when you go and say you want to check whether you have sickle cell or not, they can just do the normal sickle cell test for you. That's sickening. So it can tell you that you are positive or negative. But we need the genotype to know who you should marry and who not to marry. So that's when you go and then you do the genotype test, and then it comes, then you know what you've got.
So it doesn't even take long. Some few minutes.
Is it
not even expensive?
So yeah, that part, is it painful? Is it expensive? We want to know before we go, because they use this.
So we have the cannula. Okay. Some are there, they use the syringe, that's the needle, to do it. But others, they have to put on the cannula to draw the blood.
Okay, so they just need blood.
They just need your blood. It's not painful. But for me, any needle that touches me is painful. Whether you're taking sugar, just like this, it's painful.
It's painful. I mean, we react to pain differently. So
you just go, they take it. It's just for, it's not even up to a minute when they are drawing the blood. So after that, it takes about 3 to 6 hours. Some hospitals, but when you go to these are private equipped hospitals, these private ones, the lab, it takes about, some take 24 hours, something within 6 hours to 12 hours to give it to you.
I see.
And you have your test. So
I want to find out, do I have to get to the hospital for me to be able, do I have to grow to a particular stage? Because there are some people who haven't been to the hospital before, probably they don't know whether they just don't have any idea about their genotype, and then all of a sudden this education we are giving to them motivates them to quickly run to the hospital to find out. Maybe they are not even showing signs.
Yes.
Is it possible?
Yes. Just last week in my hospital, there was a young girl that came. I think she's 31 years. She's supposed to go to, okay, I work at the eye department, so she was supposed to do a test for the eye, and sickle cell has to do with blood, and sometimes when the blood vessels are they are breaking, it can also affect the eye.
Wow.
Yes. So the ophthalmologist asked her to do a test, a genotype test, to see if she has, and she had, the results came back. She's SC, and she's 31. She's never have any symptoms or nothing. But once in a while, she feels some pain in her body, but she has never been rushed to the hospital or nothing. So she just takes pain medications. I'm like, I wish I was you, because
no signs, nothing.
No sign, nothing, and she's looking good.
But is it the best way? Is it not better you find out early? And then
yes,
maybe it's
from 4 months, when at birth, from 4 months to 6 years, we expect that it should show signs and symptoms of the disease.
So what is the best time to check? Is it immediately the baby is out?
Immediately.
So why don't hospitals make it compulsory for each and every baby that comes out is compulsory. You are supposed. Is there something like that where you don't have to? Maybe definitely you seek the consent of the parents.
Yes, I think last year they started. Is it last year or last 2 years? They started with the initiative. I think years ago they started with the initiative that when you give birth, they take the blood sample of the baby, and then they check for sickle cell, any childbirth illness that is there. They do check, and then G6PD they do check. But some of them are the parents, when you go said, oh, I don't have money in see lab no more any baby, they can't pay for it. So the small ones they can do, they do it. But I think as we are creating awareness and giving more health education on sickle cell, I'm sure they will make it a point that every child that is born, it should be compulsory for you to take your sickle cell.
And I think I have a daughter, and so when I gave birth, immediately I think 2 days after, no, not 2, I think a day or so, someone came and then they were checking to know, I think they do it at Kwalibu. Yeah, that was where I gave birth. So they do it there. I don't know for other hospitals, but for Kwalibu, I gave birth there and they checked, and I think some of them do.
Some of them do.
It's at all the hospitals now, unless the chips, this chips compound. That's the small clinics. They don't have the lab.
Exactly. That
so
makes sense.
Some do take the samples and they take it to the bigger hospitals.
Is it compulsory, or is now they are now trying to make it compulsory in certain hospitals?
Do you see an initiative that should be compulsory?
I think because some are uneducated. We don't always find educated people at the hospital. It's a mixture of both. So some come and they don't even know anything about this. Even the ones who impregnated them, they don't even know
they have no idea.
It's something that's happened one time, and then they got pregnant.
And I think the antenatal or something.
Antenatal now. Yes. That reminds me. It's part of the antenatal proceedings.
And I think your HIV status.
That is good.
The antenatal book. It has childhood sickness they have to test for.
Okay.
You test for malaria,
like polio,
HIV. All that is in that, and sickle cell is part of it. For my facility, we do that.
That's nice. So is there a difference between sickle cell trait and sickle cell disease? Is there a difference between the traits and then the disease, or is basically the same thing?
No, it's different.
Okay.
So the sickle cell traits, meaning you have one genotype, one gene of the sickle.
Okay.
So if it's the S or the C, so you have one.
Okay.
And then so let's say you are AS, as I said earlier. So AS is the trait, that's the carrier.
Okay.
And when we talk about the sickle cell disease, you've gotten the 2 genes that make up sickle cell. Right. So that's the SS and then the SC. So you with the sickle cell disease, you are showing the symptoms and then the signs of it.
Full package.
But the traits, you are just a carrier to it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I see. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think what she said is that's it. And I think with the AS and then the SS and SC and all that, I think we have one which is severe than the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think depending also on the maybe individual, how you are able to take care of
your lifestyle.
Yeah, yes. And I think some AS go through pain. That's the carrier. Some don't at all. They are normal because they have one of the sickling gene and then one of the normal gene. So they, as for them, they are not, they don't have a problem. Yes, but most of those who have the problem are the SS, that's myself, and then the SC, which is my nephew.
Okay, so you are SC and she is SS.
Yes. And these two, oh my God.
Okay, so let me make a little scenario. I just hope you can catch it. So let's imagine a diagram. So we have AS for daddy. We have AC for mommy. So you pick one A from daddy, you pick another A from mommy. Now we have the normal gene, which is the AA.
AA.
So first child, AA. Then we go to the second gene. So S from daddy, C from mommy. So you have SC. SC, second baby. So here you go to S from first S from daddy, and then you have the C there. So let's say we have another mother who is AS.
Yeah.
So daddy too is AS. So it will be 4. The genes will be 4. AA, you have AA child. So then the another A picks the other S. You have AS. And then you go to the second S from daddy. So S, you pick A from mommy, another AS, which is the third child.
Interesting.
And then you pick the last, the S again, and then the last S from the mother. We have SS. So now we have AA, AS, SS.
Wow.
So that's where the 25% come in. There's parents, these parents that have AS, and then AA children. Fortunately for them, they never had the sickle cell children. So you can give birth, when you give birth, first one, AA, and you feel you are okay, don't go again. When you go again, you can get AS. You are okay. But when you, I'm sure if my mother or my parents would have gone the fourth time, maybe they would have gotten
SS.
Maybe the SS, let's say someone with SS, they could have gotten. And others who give birth, they have the SS production. So for me, miracle do works. It's all about faith, and then it is there.
With my case, I think the first one, my mom is AS, my dad is AS, the same genotype. So the first one, who is a lady, she is SS. So she got the S, both S from parents. And then the second one also SS, got this from the parent, from both parents. And then the third one was safe. He is AS. So he is a carrier. And so they were thinking, oh,
let's try again. Maybe we'll get.
Even that time, they didn't really know the sickness like that. They didn't even know it very well. So they went again for a fourth one, SS.
Oh.
And then she wanted to stop, like as if then she went again, AA. This time.
Wow. This is like a biggest miracle.
And then she was like, okay, fine. She
doesn't coming. Let me try. Maybe another A
she
will
went
come.
Again, SS.
Oh my God.
So when she gave birth to me, actually my story is something else. Like when I remember, I said that only Allah, that's his thing, that you don't understand. You can't understand him. I think she went to the hospital when she was pregnant. I think she saw blood, and then she went to the hospital, and then the doctor was like, I think we need to abort the baby. So think about it.
Wow.
So he went back, left my mom, and then he came back to ask, have you been able to think through about it? Do you want to abort the baby?
You want to keep
or
it?
Or you want to keep the baby? So my mom was like, okay, give me some minutes. Let me talk to my husband. So as she was waiting for my dad, she went outside to sit where the women were sitting. And then she saw one woman who came to the hospital. And I think she also had an issue, the baby, and I think she was like, let me go back. So as she was going back, my dad came, and then she told my dad that this is what the doctor said. My dad was like, if you are okay,
I don't have a problem.
I don't have a problem. It's up to you, either to keep or not, because you know what you are feeling. So the decision is now on her. She went back. The doctor came again, and then she told the doctor, I want to keep the baby. And here
you are.
So assuming she aborted me, I wouldn't
be
sitting here advocating for even sickle cell.
Exactly. Mostly what you are afraid of or you are scared of doesn't even happen.
Exactly. So she always tells me, like, when she sees me doing something and she sees me all over the news and all, she was like, Allahu Akbar, like, really, God, talks to you, like when God is with you, and this is like she always tells me that this is like a lesson, something she has really learned, like in her own life.
And I think she also prepared for it.
Exactly.
So
knowing she has sickle cell
exactly
children.
the experience and all also
So
helped.
the day I gave birth, she was eager to know whether I'm one or not. So until I think 6 months, when they checked, then they realized that I'm one. I was like, subhanallah. Okay, fine, we'll go through. So if you have good people around you, I think that if you have to worry for, like, let's say on a scale of 1 to 100, I say your worry will be like 30%. Yes.
Because of the people around you.
Yeah.
Because of the people around you. And knowing your condition very well. Knowing that when I'm in pain, you have to hold my hand for 1 hour. Sitting down, 1 hour. Sometimes they don't sleep. My back, my dad, they have to be with me in that night. Whatever I'm feeling, they're also feeling the same thing.
Talking about whatever you are feeling, you also feel the same. What are some of the signs and symptoms of sickle cell disease? Purpleness.
Signs and symptoms, we have the swollen feet.
Okay.
As at now, I have it.
Male and female.
Yes.
Wow.
Before we start, I just checked. It's there. Yes, you have the swollen feet. Sometimes you have swollen hands. Your hand will be swollen. And then there are some people that you can really see that the skin is yellow. You have a very yellowish skin. Very yellowish eye. Yes. And then we have anemia. Your blood goes down. And then you have pain at your joints. Yes. You how you have the pain at your joints is because of how earlier on we said the sickle is very it's just like a bean. You see how the bean shape is, or the half moon.
Half moon, yeah.
And your blood vessels, the normal red blood cells, they are round. They are like donuts, so they are easy to flow through the blood vessels and then the veins. But with sickle cell, because it's like the moon shape, when it comes, it clogs in the blood vessels. So you get about more blood cells which have choked at one place. So when it's not able to flow, go through the blood vessel and it chokes, that's why you start feeling the pain. So you feel pain here, pain here, pain here, pain here, your foot.
Unbearable.
Yes, severe pain. And we have people who are dehydrated. You see that the person's skin is very dry and then very pale. Those signs you can see. Yes, those are some of the signs.
I think fatigue, you are easily tired, and then shortness of breath. Yeah, your breath is, it's not really stable and all. So when you are even in pain, like really in pain, sometimes you go to the hospital, they have to give you oxygen.
Yes, oxygen. I've taken a lot. So.
Yeah. So
yes.
these are some of the...
See, usually when it happens like that, the red blood cell itself, it carries oxygen. I said it earlier that it carries oxygen throughout, everywhere in the body. So with sickle cell, you have low oxygen. So each time you are in pain and it's very severe, they have to give you oxygen so that it will make up for the one that you've lost. Some have stroke, yes. Some of the signs you can get.
Stroke?
Yes.
Wow.
Stroke is common in sickle cell.
Wow.
And I think with sickle cell, we are just susceptible to so many things. So many, because when maybe in a room like this, someone, has cold, the possibility of you also catching is very high.
Yeah.
Very, very high.
Your immune system is
because the immune system is low.
Strong.
The immune system is low. Yeah. So it's like any sickness that is traveling. Like, hello, ma. Hello, ma. Hello, ma. Yeah. Or yeah, maybe I trim on a crowd. Hello, ma. Oh, it's malaria. Something okay. Malaria, no.
When you make
fever.
you get.
You will get.
Exactly.
So
that's
cough
why you
will
have
come.
to take care of yourself.
I'm greeting you, ma. Then he say, okay, will you stay or will you go?
Will you say,
I'll stay small. Then fever will come. Hello, ma. Will you go or you stay? I'll stay small. This one will come. Fibroid is coming. This one is coming. All the sickness will come in. Greet you before they go. So your immune system will tell you that, oh, today I'm strong. Go. No, this one will say, Charlie, stay. Then you have a sickness.
Exactly. I remember
But we don't want to stay.
No.
I remember growing up, I had a best friend. May her soul rest in peace. Her name is Mary. And she was a sickle cell carrier. She wasn't the only one. I mean, the only child. She had other siblings, but she was the only carrier. And she was given special attention to the extent that people around her thought, what is so special about her? But her parents were giving her special attention. Some of us didn't understand. But I was her best friend. I was very close to her. We matched in everything. Even our graduation, we wore the same shoe. Everything we matched the same. And there was this notion that came with, if you're a sickle cell carrier or if you have the disease, can you clarify this notion?
That is not true.
That's because you guys are living testimonies.
So that is not true. I think that was some.
Yeah, those
kind of
those times, because there were not health things put in place during those times. People with sickle cell tend to die early because they didn't know about it. But now, per researchers, the average lifespan of a person living with sickle cell for females is 52.6. That's 52 years, 6 months.
Wow.
Yes. And then for male is 49.3 months, yes, that you can live. But aside that, you can live more. We have this one of our celebrities. I think he said it on one of the stations himself. Is it KSM? Yeah.
KSM, yeah.
Yes, he's sickle cell. Look at his age. He's 70 or 60 plus.
A lot. 70,
yes, we have.
80, like they are there.
So how do you do it? Is it how do you do it?
Yes. You know, the thing is, you just have to take care of yourself. When you know that you are
this is what is going to trigger it. Yes. Don't go close to it.
Don't go close
to it.
But one thing about sickle cell is, no matter how careful you are, there's nothing
just do yours and leave the rest to God.
Exactly. But make sure you take care of yourself.
You're doing your best.
You take care of yourself. Even people associate this with, you know, some kind of this madness, some kind of those things. So when you are sick, you're like, oh, this person is mad, this person has psychological, or this person, some genes are like, you know, affecting the person. Because when you are in pain, sometimes the way you cry and you shout and, you know, people will be like, no, trying to associate all of this is not true. That was before. Because they didn't have such education like we have now. So they were associating it with a lot of things. That when you go close to the person, you get some. How can you get?
Sickle cell is not contagious. It's not contagious. It's gene. For me, like this, my parents were like, they found out when I was 6 years through some
tests.
Something happened during my childhood. That's a bad thing.
That's where they got to find out.
Yeah. So after that, I bleeded continuously. So they went to the hospital, and then they realized that after the lab test, they realized I have the sickle cell. They thought I was getting sick often. So in this equiapem or this accounting, they said a straw at shown. So they took me to this herbal doctors. So that's how come I have this mark here, the tribal mark. Because they want it's not really a tribal medicine. Mark. Yes, they put medicine and herbs in it that the child or student, you know, and all that.
Yeah, I know about that. Some people have the cut here and all.
The sickness started coming and all that.
I'm sorry to cut you. And I think with my parents, my elder my elder siblings, you know, they have been through that. There was a time that they had to cut my sister to put some medicines and all, in her and all that. You know, this herbal stuff.
So it wasn't that. It was rather the
genotype
causing it.
So they were ignorant.
Education. That's when education comes in.
Yes, when there is education, I don't think if during that time they were really educated enough, they wouldn't go to those places. So those are some of the myths and misconceptions about sickle cell, that is a disease. Maybe you've wronged somebody in the past and you are paying for your sins, so they gave you a child like that. No,
but it was all
it's hereditary
symptoms, and
yes, it's hereditary.
And so with my sister, when they cut her and all that, so my parents had that experience. So when I came, they didn't bother to, you know, do those things to me. And so today I don't take any herbal medication. It's only, you know, So these are some of the things that, you know, have been going on for some time. Even now, we still have some people even, you know, doing
still
the
practicing that. And I think it all boils down to education, ignorance.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm trying to help with some nurses and some people to go to those villages. So at least I know they are
proud of what you guys what you are doing. I'm really, really proud, and I'm impressed. I mean, with Hadiza, I see what you do all over social media, and the education, the impact, everything that you've been doing. In spite of your struggles and everything that you go through, you keep pushing and pushing. And I mean, it's a motivation for whoever is watching. I mean, you're a nurse going through all of this and still coming out as a nurse and still going stronger. I mean, it's enough motivation for parents with even kids or children with sickle cells to just motivate their kids that, look, I'm a beautiful guest. If they are here today healthy, their careers, why wouldn't you motivate your kids to, you know, to be better people? Just guide them, give them the love that they need, like you said, and then make sure you're following the right protocols. I'll come back to you again. Let me give my proud sponsors, you know, some shout outs and all. Let me acknowledge my proud sponsors. On today's show, my beautiful makeup is by Inner Beauty. If you want to look this beautiful on your big day in your occasion, contact Inner Beauty. My guest makeup at Mobe's Beauty. Yes, if you need all your makeup, you know, needs, Mobe's Beauty is the right place for you. My styling, I mean, look at how beautiful I look, by Posh by Dija. Studio equipment by MCB Rentals. My skin by Skin Mechanic Ghana. And then we have our makeup products by El Quincy Makeup Artistry. Wow. I'm so excited, you know, with this topic. I'm learning a lot, but I want to find out what are some complications that come to sickle cells. I think initially you told us the signs and the symptoms that every mother or every parent should look out for, even if, you know, growing, you're at a particular age that you feel like, oh, okay, my parents never, you know, they were not educated enough to check my genotype for me. So looking at this program, I think I would have to go to the hospital and then check. So the signs and symptoms is what you give to me, where you give, but are there other complications that comes as a woman? Maybe complications, maybe when it comes to childbirth, when you have the normal malaria, do you go through the normal, does it come with extra complications, maybe when you're having other illnesses? And, you know, during childbirth as a man, you know, there was another sickle cell man who came in with some, you know, I want to know, what complications does it come with as a career?
So with complications with sickle cell, there's a lot, because it's an immune system. Your immune system is the one that is affected. So we have acute chest syndrome. That one, you see, I said that the red blood cell carries oxygen. So when your lungs are not being able to have the oxygen they get, you have this chest syndrome. And then we have a multiple organ failure. So your kidneys can fail, your liver, your heart, your spleen, all the organs in your body is being affected. And also you become anemia, you become anemic. It is there. And then I said something earlier about the eye. You can have eye damage. Yes. And some too, not some, most also get stroke. Yes. And then when it comes to the women and then the men, okay, there are some things that it's the pain is there, but it's sometimes funny. Let's say the women like this, it affects your menstrual flow. There are times that you won't even get your menses regularly, you not get it. So you get it maybe a month, 2 months after you get it again. But
it's very normal.
Within 3-4 days. And then
it just comes with a package.
Sickle cell dear comes with everything.
No matter what.
And then the men, with men, some of their complication is priapism. That's as a health worker, I don't feel shy saying certain things. So what I mean is, when you have priapism, the penis of the man is erected. Erected penis. You know, if you're a man, the men watching, even if you having erection for like 30 minutes or even 10 minutes, and then the woman is not in. See how miserable and how you are. Then how much more having erection for hours and for days, like a day or two. So the pain that the men go through. So sickle cell, men living with sickle cell, we advise them not to take this aphrodisiac and this sexual medication or herb to enhance your sexual
I hope you are
life.
listening.
The men, please.
I hope you are listening. Go and check.
I beg.
And stop taking aphrodisiacs.
The men with sickle cell, do not take aphrodisiac, because your blood, the red blood cells go into the bloodstream because it's sickle. It takes time before it passes through the bloodstream. So when there is no much blood, the blood that is in the penis, it's accumulated. It becomes so stiff, rigid, and they have to do an incision, a cut on the penis. Somewhere the vein around the penis, so that the blood can ooze out. When the blood goes out, then the penis becomes soft, and it can cause impotence, priapism. Yes, so that's why we advise them not to take. And I don't know about the women. I'm here to ask Haja if she had. I know my friends who are going, my mates in school, they used to laugh at me when I say I'm having this. Something is called what's the name? Vaginal spasm. You see, as I had the electric, I'll just be there when the weather is cold, or I'll just be feeling it. And you see, I'll be in class and I'm like, I'll be doing like this.
So uncomfortable.
They think I'm just doing, but I'm in pain. Just like they're having the erection. I'll also be there, then I'll be doing my leg like this.
As if there's a vibrator.
Yes, and it's not just some. You see, the vibrating is giving others feeling.
Yes, but
my own is causing me pain. And as a woman, not a shock. A shock. I don't know if Aja has experienced, but me, I experience. Sometimes we're having class, and then I feel that I'm like, please, I'm having that. They say, what is wrong with you? Say you. If I say you not explain, you not be able to know what I'm talking. I said, okay. You tell me what is. And my closest friend was a female enemy. I'm like, I'm having vaginal spasm. Then they all burst into like, hey, come and see.
Are you
She said she's having vaginal spasm. And in our group class, everybody laughs at me. Until we were having a topic on sickle cell in the class, our group. And then they read about something like that. So I even called my doctor. He said, oh, you sickle cell, dear. Wonders shall never happen. You can have those. I'm like, oh, okay. So I remember last month like this, I had some, and then I sent it to my group page. Charlie, as I'm having vaginal spasm, everybody was into laughter. But it's painful.
So I think with me, I have never experienced that. Alhamdulillah, I've never experienced anything bad under the.
Can we exchange?
Yeah, I have not. I have not.
So she experienced.
The only thing is, I started my menses late.
Okay.
I started my menses at the age of 16 years. Wow. Yeah, and I have a daughter. I mean, I'm okay as for me. I've not gone through it. But with the complications, she mentioned acute chest syndrome, which I have. That has taken me through my life, 33 years. And I'll be there 3 years, 27th March. Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday in advance.
Yeah, thank you. So, like, I mean,
you need to be checking your eyes.
I think last 3 days or so, I woke up and then my eye was
you told me.
I was like, hey, because anytime I'm a media relations, officer at my work, and so like anytime I take this newspaper, they have this sickle cell something, and they're advising people that it's something that sickle cell actually go through it, and so I was very scared when I woke up and I was like, wow, what is this again? It's like you should be prepared. If you have sickle cell, you have sickle cell. You should be prepared for anything at all. I can be sitting with you right now. The next minute, maybe I'll tell you, you find out that I'm at the hospital.
Yes.
Sometimes I'll be in pain and I'm talking, you wouldn't know. I'm trying to hide it.
I can relate. I mean, with my best friend and wife. And exactly. I don't know whether it's a myth or something that's more power.
No, it's not a myth. It's
so it's like
extreme cold.
The weather
is not good.
Too cold is not for you.
Too hot
is not for you. All the weather,
so remember, it's very difficult for the person to even travel outside the country.
Oh, me, I want to travel.
Not experiencing.
But the funny thing with me, when I travel outside Ghana, and the cold is really like, I don't fall sick. I don't get cold. But when I'm in Ghana and it's cold,
sister, you need to relocate.
I was in Italy before, and then when I came back and after some, episode I had, and my parents were like, no, you need to go back. I said, no, I need to build here. I am a Ghanaian. I love my country. I want to be in Ghana.
Why not?
If I want to travel, I'll just travel and come back. But not vacation. To Japan.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to Japan.
I mean, with the people around you,
it's why
exactly. And in Ghana, you can build in Ghana.
Yes,
of
course.
And there is no country like your own country. Exactly. I'm a proud Ghanaian.
I mean,
please, to add to what she said, especially with the eye, if you have sickle cell, you need to check the eye, because you see the eye, we have the retina. You see, there's a blood vessel there, so they also supply those blood, and then it carries oxygen. When it breaks down, in sickle cell, we have something called sickle cell retinopathy, which means the retina that you can really see with it goes down, and it can cause blindness.
Oh.
Yes,
so you
just need to be careful. So you have a lot of things to be checking up.
So do you have to get like a special doctor who we are going to? Is there something like a regular checkup? How it's your lifestyle?
You have to get a regular checkup, and we have a specialist. The specialist is a hematologist. So when you go to other hospitals, Kolebu, 37, and Ridge Hospital, they have. So those are the special doctors. But we have other doctors, these medical doctors, who also see to it that you are being taken care of. See, you said something about your best friend's parents being special. We said that sickle cell patients, they are special because living our life, we all live a normal life, but what you can do and do it without feeling in it, sickle cell, you can't do it.
You need extra support.
You need even though you do, but you can't do to the full. For me, in my secondary school, I used to run, but each time I run, I do my best, all right. But I went to hospital most, and they told me that I shouldn't be running. I can do slow jogging. When you are doing an activity, you don't have to do any strenuous things. And when we talk about strenuous, in fact, when we talk about strenuous, there's another one inside: sex. Master, you can't be on me more than
you can't
30 minutes.
The person.
No. I can't go more than 30 minutes. Yes, I'm a nurse, so of course I don't feel shy saying those things. And when I was there, now I'm not dating because I managed journey because of the condition. So those time when I was dating, sex, the foreplay and things come before the ejaculation itself or the erection. So we are doing the foreplay and things 10 minutes. Masa, watch you. 30 minutes.
Because
30 minutes. So 30 minutes. My mouth time. But if you go more than that, seriously, I'll get up. I'll tell you, please wait. I'll get up.
Because it might trigger other things.
Yes, because we don't need strenuous exercise. a colleague, a colleague in the university had a girlfriend who also had sickle cell. He didn't know. They were just doing the thing, doing the thing. 1 hour he was going, and then all of a sudden the girl's legs started shaking like this. Like she was like, "Hey, what's happening? What's happening?" They rushed the girl to the hospital. It was sickle cell. The girl said, "Oh, say, madam, go and pack your things and leave my house, I beg." So he came to me like, so you cry? Do you have sex? I said, why not? I'm a woman. I do have sex. He was like, oh yes, sir. I said, yes. Hey, so you two, if like me and you go inside, you shake. I said, yes, I'll shake on you. So the least you can go. Between 10 to 30 minutes, you'd be done.